Welcome everyone. We created Press Pause online for people to have the space for a few moments of quiet and calm, to center ourselves and to rest in the midst of our day. In these busy times, it can be very distracting in our working lives and in our family lives. We can easily be caught up in activity and lose our deeper sense of well-being. So hopefully we can take this moment together to reconnect with that sense and to just be. Before we begin, I acknowledge with respect the traditional custodians of the land that I am from, land of the Budawang people of the Yuin Nation. And if you know the land that you are on and the traditional owners, if you can now bring them to mind. I pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging, and am grateful for their care of this place we call home, and may we all walk in harmony on this land together. Now, bringing ourselves into this space, finding a comfortable position in which to spend the next 20 minutes, either sitting or lying down, either's fine. Letting ourselves arrive fully into this position, feeling our bodies, releasing the activity of the day so far. Letting stillness start to spread through the body. If you need to change position at any time, please do. But otherwise, allow stillness to come up from the ground through the soles of your feet or through the length of your body. This stillness welling up from that ground and bringing your body into a kind of rest. Easing in, arriving in this moment. Now checking the body for any places of tension. Just running our attention over our body with our mind's eye. And if we find places where there is a tension held, just inviting that tension to release. Anything that's stuck, just inviting it to soften. Not wanting to get rid of anything, welcoming whatever we find, but letting our bodies just naturally find their own place of stillness and ease, and the tension within our body to naturally find a way to soften. So allowing anything and everything we find to be there, and letting go of anything extra we're holding on to. Often we are holding extra tension in our face, in our foreheads, around our jaw, in the shoulders, in the chest. These places can be where we are unnecessarily tensed. So just bringing our attention to these places will naturally allow them to release any extra tension they're holding. So turning our attention now to our breath, we'll just take 3 breaths together. So firstly, observing the breath and allowing it to come and go naturally, and then deepening the breath, taking a deeper breath from the abdomen and breathing out. And each time noticing how our body can release and soften with each passing breath. So breathing in, right into the lower part of our lungs and our abdomen, and releasing. And again, breathing in a little bit deeper this time. And breathing out a little bit longer. And this third time, deeper again, right down to the lowest part of the abdomen. And releasing a little bit longer again until our lungs are completely empty of air, all the way out. So noticing now how our body feels after taking just 3 mindful breaths. There's a kind of presence that comes into our bodies and a deeper sense of ease. We spend a lot of our time, a lot of our day actually outside our bodies in a way, thinking about the past or the future, plans, dreams, what we want to be happening, what we don't want to be happening. We place our mind in others, in people around us or in the objects around us. And often we forget our own bodies and we lose this connection with our lived experience of the moment. So breathing is the simplest way we can return to this basic touchstone of our life, our lived experience in our bodies. So let's move a little more consciously deeper into our actual body, whether it's sitting or lying. Moving our mind and our attention in to this breathing, living being that we are. Feeling into the sensations in our body. Just ask yourself, what are you actually feeling in this moment? What can you see and feel through your body? Is there warmth, coldness, a heaviness, a lightness, a sense of space, a sense of contraction? So just allow your attention to explore your body's current experience, not what you think is happening, no commentary on what's happening, whether it's good or bad, but simply allowing your attention to take in the whole of the body and all of the sensations occurring inside. You may find an image come to your mind of your body or parts of your body. If so, just let that image release and return to the actual felt experience of the body here and now, what the body feels like. Are there any sensations of buzzing or a kind of hum in any part of the body? Is there stillness and quiet? And just exploring, where are these feelings? Watching what happens if we let our attention just rest on the feeling of aliveness inside the skin, the sensation of being alive. you may find that the sense of what your body is actually quite physical and palpable, but also somehow mysterious. There's a sensation of aliveness and vibrancy that may be hard to describe, even to yourself. You may find that your felt sense of what your body is actually quite fluid, not fixed. I'm just exploring a little bit now that feeling. We can ask ourselves, where actually is the border of my body? Where does my body end and the world begin? If we open our eyes and look down at our bodies, it can be quite clear. I am this body lying on the floor. I am this body sitting in the chair of my office. But when we close our eyes, we just ease deeper into our actual lived sense of being in our body. It's like a space opens, and there's a sense that actually there's a sense of a very large space inside that's very alive and vibrant and spacious. Without thinking about this, without bringing an image to mind, can you lean in a little bit to this felt sensation of being, of the body as aliveness itself? Just feeling into that without thinking, without moving up into our heads. We're keeping our mind's eye and our attention on the body as a whole from the inside, and allowing that to tell us what we are. When we allow ourselves to rest here in this kind of open exploration of ourselves, we may find it's very freeing to just let our ideas and our usual ways of experiencing ourselves just fall away, and allowing the body itself to look at what it really is. There's a kind of mystery in our inner world, and we lose sight of this mystery when we move into our thinking minds, and often when we're in the midst of our daily lives, we forget to really turn toward ourselves in this way. Many different sensations can arise. We can feel a sense of dissolving or a sense of being space. We can feel solidity and warmth. We can feel vibrancy, excuse me, aliveness. But whatever comes up, just look with a kind of curiosity, with wonder at what we find ourselves to be when we really look deeply in this way. So resting here as our lived experience unfolds naturally, as our bodies reveal to us their true nature. It can be very peaceful and soothing just to allow our bodies to show us what they are. These wondrous, miraculous forms we have that are deeply mysterious. The source of all we are and do, all that we can be. Allowing now this true nature to be explored and to explore us. Now just bringing some small and slow movement back into the body, some physical movement. Taking a moment to wriggle fingers and toes. Shifting our weight a little bit. Opening and closing the hands. Stretching out. Preparing to return to the room. So listening to the sounds in the room, what's immediately around you. And when you feel ready, just opening your eyes. And as you open your eyes, trying to stay connected at the same time to this ineffable, deep, vibrant space of our own bodies that we have been taking rest in for this short time. Just keeping a consciousness of that dimension of our being as we open our eyes and prepare to go about the rest of our day. Thank you for participating this week. We hope to see you again next week. And if you wish to speak to any of the Grief Care team members in the meantime, please call Grief Care 02 9646 6908 or email team@griefcare.com.au.